Stater, welcome to Crypto Wars. You like my little fake out there at the start? Flipped off the stream starting soon over to the hey, I forgot to put on my vest. So here we are. Crusader, what's up?
What's going on, man? Excited for another day here in the crypto lands.
Yes, sir, Bob. Me as well. Got a million things going on, getting ready to travel again. Went from Miami, now headed over to Karate Combat. If you guys want to come check out the event, the link is down below in the description. Love to meet you guys if you are in the Vegas area, or if you want to come out to the Vegas area, come party with us, have a little bit of fun, get to know some of the fighters. There's going to be a bunch of other people there as well. So if you want to check that out, that link is below. Let's see here. Let me jump into the chat. I started the chat a little bit late. So the first one that I'm seeing is Crypto Stevo saying, yo, yo, yo. What's up, Crypto Stevo? Glad to see you. Happy that you're here today. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in gloomy, freezing cold Ohio. I'm sure Miami is quite the opposite. It is sunny and hot as hell. Is that correct?
No, it's actually raining down here today. It's been a pretty gloomy day.
Okay. All right. Well, you're pushing up some nasty weather this way, I'm sure, except for I get the 0 degrees end of the, it's raining where you are. It will be snowing soon where I am. Rob in the house says, hola. Crypto needs Red Bull says, hi, guys. Again, thank you guys for being here as always. All right. Let's see here. $3,600, Crusader. That is going to be, we had a great meeting earlier today, Crusader. You want to just without obviously spilling the beans, you want to tell the people about the meeting we had earlier?
For sure, dude. So we're having meetings with these different companies that want to sponsor the Flip or Hodl Fridays shows, right? And then we're getting a lot of interest in these things happening, and the more interest we get, the more money goes on the board. The higher the number gets, the bigger you guys win when you guys come on the show. So remember, send in those super chats, get on the wheel. This Friday's coming up could be the next Flip or Hodl. You want to make sure you're on there. $3,600 is on the line.
Yeah, 3,600. So it does. The number keeps on getting bigger and bigger until somebody takes home that big fat bag. We'd love to have that as high as possible. Rob, we love us some Trump NFTs as well. That may or may not be on the schedule for us to talk about today. So yeah, stick around for that. We'll definitely touch on that for sure, actually. All right, let's see here. Last thing. Let's see. House cleaning. Anything else? I miss anything? Oh, announcement, guys. I am the VChain Vice Lord. I have been nominated. I gracefully took my position as the VChain Vice Lord. This is my whoop VChain Vice Lord. And I put a sound effect just for you, Crusader. So it's just going to be a little whoop. No, we don't like it. Okay. Well,
Ben Jr. over here learning from his master.
Oh, listen
does
to
one
him.
video on VChain and automatically declares himself the
I am the VChain Vice Lord, and the VChain Vigilantes are all of my underlings. So if you are,
that is a good name though.
It is a good name. It is a good name. I'm the Vice Lord of the Vigilantes, and so if you want to check out VChain, we're gonna not financial advice, but it's been doing well. It's been one I've been talking about. As we check out the crypto markets, we may or may not take a peek at that as well. Actually, we're going to.
Check out this comment. Rob says, I was at Mar-Lago for the previous NFT sale, met the man, the legend. That's freaking awesome.
That's dope, dude. There was I forget what you had to do on the last one. It was similar.
You just got to buy them. You got to buy them in like different rarities.
But there was different. Yeah, I was gonna say there was something.
Get you certain access to him and stuff.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about it in a little bit. But this one has the same thing. But I think you got to like buy all of them or something to get dinner and meeting and some other stuff. So we'll look into that. Let's check out the markets. Today's global crypto market caps at 1.55 trillion with a T dollars. That's up 1.1%. Bitcoin's at 42,758, moving up. It's up almost 4%. ETH's at 2253, up 3.25. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting a pump as a result, I believe, of the FOMC meeting, which we will also be touching on. BNB pretty flat at 253. XRP up a little bit. XRP fam, go ahead and put them up. Solana up another almost 4%. Cardano up over 12. Cardano, dude. Up 40.
I said it
almost 44%.
On the 28th was not on the 28th. I forgot what it was. It was at the beginning of this month. I said, hey, Cardano is a sleeper. Watch out for it. Since then, massive pump.
Ooh,
Massive pump.
huge pump. Yeah, Avalanche, same thing. Check
Another
out
thing,
Avalanche,
dude.
bro.
Another one.
49%, almost 50% Avalanche
Yep.
is up. We had
Pangolin, which I also talked about on the 28th of November, is up over 100% since we talked about it.
it's almost like you know these crypto markets, Crusader. I got to pat you on the
I
back
mean,
on that one.
it's almost like I've been here for like 6 years.
Almost like you've been around for a little while. Polygon Matic up almost 6%. Now let's roll on down. I want to take a look at two assets briefly, quickly. One of them, another one that you were talking about, is right here.
Let's
Caspa.
go.
Caspa's at 12 cents right now, up 8.5 cents on the day. It's down a little bit on the week, but you can only pump so freaking much. I mean,
Dude,
this thing has absolutely. Let me go on the. I mean, if that's not a chart, I don't know what is. I mean, just up and to the freaking right. Obviously, consolidation in between. We also want to take a look at. So if you're going to be part of the Caspa community, Crusader, I need you to put. We're going to need to put a poll out. You can lead the Caspa community. I'm going to lead my VChain community. You probably need to figure out a name for your community members, and
Caspa
you need
Kings.
to. The Caspa Kings. Okay, well, what are you? Put maybe a poll out for what your position, your title should
that's
be.
a good idea.
In the Caspa community. Also rolling over to VChain, up over 3 cents, up almost 6% on the day. The VChain rocking and rolling. It has pumped as well.
Check out in the last month or so. The last
that's what I was about to. That's what I was about to see. Yeah, look at that last month, all the way. It was all the way down at like just a flat 2 cents. It's all the way up over 3 cents, which is literally a 40% pump. Look at this, up 40.15%. And guys, if you haven't seen the video on VChain, I did a video yesterday. I got to tell you, it was not my greatest video, but the reality is I believe in VChain. I think VChain is going to do very well. I keep talking about it. There's a reason I keep talking about it. Nobody else is talking about it, but whoop, the VChain Vice Lord. That's right. So
you just got to get back in the groove of making content. I see your content on TikTok. You have a very smooth groove. You're making content over there every single day. But now, as you start making content on YouTube, maybe you can start getting the groove on.
2 videos in the last
the last 6 months
on TikTok. 2 videos in the last 6 months. Look at this guy. Yeah. You know what? I've been doing TikTok content, and it's been a lot of it has been government and some of the other stuff, which
don't you get tired of just talking about the same crap over and over every single day?
I made a good one today. They're making you, if you want to make money on TikTok views now, they got to be over 1 minute long. So I did one earlier today. I haven't even checked in on it to see if it was doing any well. I felt like it was a great video. Let's see if the people think so. Not so much. The car dealership one's at 1.4 million from a couple days ago.
But was that a minute long?
No, because it wasn't over a minute long, and I don't think I get. Oh yeah, I had received my monetization back at that point. I'm such an idiot. I should have made that a little bit longer, because that would have been a banger. I would have made some money on that for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, back to the crypto stuff, guys. Green Day Profits in the house. What were we gonna say?
What was his name? Captain Caspa.
Captain Caspa. Captain with Caspa. We're gonna spell Captain totally wrong. Kind of like what the editing software that I was using yesterday. Dude, CapCut, I'm not kidding you. I went in.
Never had that issue.
Yeah, I went in. No. It was the worst I've ever seen. It literally looked like I had a 6-year-old sit down and dictate for me what I was saying, because it was literally, for example, how they just spelled Captain. That's how it would have been spelled in CapCut. It was absolutely atrocious. So I had to go in. I'm glad I was paying attention. Normally, I auto caption. I'll take a quick peek, and then boom, I'll go. And I was like, I saw VChain at first, and it kept putting a V and then CHAN. Not even chain. It was just VChain. And I was like, I better switch those. So I go in and start and then I was like, what in the world is going on? He was like, should, SHUD. And I mean, it was absolutely awful. So pay attention if you're putting captions on there. Just throwing that.
Gonna share my screen here. Show some Bitcoin TA.
Yeah, let's see
Also have some TA for AVAX. Been making some AVAX trades, bro. I've been posting them on Twitter. I've been 3 for 3 on my last AVAX trades.
Well, since we share the Twitter account, I might just start claiming that those are my trades. So,
yeah.
No, that's good that you're making money. So what are you showing? What are you showing?
So here's Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin. Yeah. So Bitcoin obviously broke out of its range from yesterday at 41,700 with the FOMC meeting happening. It's had a nice little rally here off the previous day high. Been pumping 42.7, getting that overbought indicator here for ChartPrime. Also here on Market Cipher, kind of started peaking off here on the momentum wave. Not seeing any sharp increase here. VWAP also coming down a little bit, decreasing, losing like some momentum here. Obviously, we're hitting the outer band of this VWAP as well. So, maybe we have a little bit of a retracement, go sideways a little bit here before we keep moving. The next big level is the weekly open and the week high, which is at 43,800. We always have to reclaim these levels to start making our way to that 50K. Can it happen? For sure, but we still have a long time left in this month. Everyone was expecting a big drop here or something, or a big pump. I think we're getting exactly that. Nothing. There's not. We had a little bit of a move from 40 to 42. Everybody was freaking out when Bitcoin broke down below 40, and it was like, oh, this is it. The rally's over. It's like, guys, come on. It's just we're having a little bit of a retracement here. Nothing wild.
That's part of it, right? That has
everybody calls it a Bitcoin crash. It's like just because Bitcoin went down $3,000. It's not a crash, my friends.
Yeah.
Just got to be patient. Let's see what we got for AVAX over here. AVAX. I shorted AVAX last night when we broke below 36,000. Got a little 17% run down to these levels here. We had a massive, wish I would have stayed up. I would have seen this coming back, but jumped out of my trade here. That was the trade from I posted yesterday. It was 17%. And then since then, fully rotated the range
to the moon,
massive
baby.
Run up. Now we're at 41, 40. We hit 41.5, came back down, come into this range now. Could possibly keep ranging in here unless Bitcoin has a big move. Maybe it'll pump AVAX back up. But I think the price targets for AVAX, there are some price targets out there in the higher 40s, higher 40s. And I believe Clay the Great, well, I was talking to him in the Discord, right? Clay the Great, who was on the show last Friday, mentioned that he's long on AVAX until about 120. There's not much room. There's not much anything going on in volume when it comes to AVAX after, I believe, something in the 50s or something, or the high 40s, all the way to 120. So he's riding that long all the way up. He's making
he's been killing it. He's been killing it.
Great trade.
Yeah, big supporter of the community. Was glad to have him on. If you want to come on and play Flip or Hodl, make sure to toss in those super chats. Put your name on the wheel every dollar. Put your name on the wheel. $3,600 the next time we're playing. We're hoping to play this Friday. We're, right now we're trying to play once a week, but as the markets ramp up and more of the companies that are wanting to do, different promotional content, we're going to plan on playing a lot more and get that number rocking and rolling and running. So I'm excited about it. But yeah, put those super chats in if you haven't already. Smash the like. Make sure that you've got on the bell notifications. I've had some people tell me that they're not getting notified that we are on. It's a little slow today, I think, because everyone is streaming the FOMC meeting. This is the fewest people we have had in a stream, and I couldn't even tell you how long, and I'm going to assume that it is because everyone and their mother is streaming.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So smash the likes. If you're not following us on the Twitters, let me pull up our Twitter right quick. Remind everybody where we are. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, follow us on Twitter. We've been letting people know. Crusader's been posting his trades right here. Crypto Warz OG. If you have not already been following us, make sure to follow us on Twitter. We'll keep you up to date on all the newest, latest, and greatest that is going on with Crypto Warz. All right, let's dive into it. Hold on a second. Let me hit this real quick. Enrique. The question is, what will be worth more? Getting on Flip or Hodl now and buying low, or waiting to get on later and earn more money then? Well,
Well, see,
Enrique,
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say this is actually a good question. Okay, here's my response. My response is it depends on how well. No, hold on. I was going to say it depends on how greedy people get, but the reality is everyone that's come on so far has been relatively greedy, right? Wanting to get that big number. But the facts are that number is going to continue to get bigger every single time the way we have it structured right now until somebody wins more than $1,000. So that's what has to happen. If somebody wins more than 1,000, okay, boom, bam, slam. But you can come on more than once also. And there's not a ton of names on the wheel right now.
Yeah, my answer to that would
one
be the people that are waiting for the numbers to get really, really big, right? We're getting closer and closer to the bull run, closer and closer to a lot more companies and crypto sponsorships and all these kind of things happening in the space. When that happens, and then the number gets extremely high,
dude, it's like the lottery.
then there's going to be a ton of people competing
Yes.
to get on the show.
A ton.
So you're going to have to send in a lot more super chats to try to get in.
There will be.
Versus now, right? You get in with a relatively very small amount, like Clay the Great got on last week.
$10.
$10 super chat.
Yeah.
His final bank offer before going all in the game was $500.
Yeah.
Right. $500. I understand it's not 3,600. I understand it's not.
But it's
10K,
a 50x, bro.
But it's a huge amount of money from the super chat you have, and then obviously you can keep using that money for some more super chats if you want to keep doubling down and get back on the game some point. But if you wait till we have 10K in there and there's hundreds of people then sending in super chats to all jump in,
it's gonna get wild.
It's your chances of getting on the show actually diminish, which is the same thing that happens in the lotto. Nobody plays the lotto all week, all month, all year. Once it hits $1 billion, everybody's talking about it on the news. Everyone and their mother goes running out to go buy a lottery ticket, and then your chances are even smaller than ever to win.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's a fact. It is just like the lottery. So we appreciate all the support. And another thing, just to remind people, there's two main ways that you can support the stream. Well, there's a bunch, but let me tell you the two main ways financially that you can support the stream. Number one, you can obviously throw a super chat for Flip or HODL. That's one way. The other way is you can use our link that is down below the video and trade on ZoomX. We do make a little bit of money off of that as well. So those are two different ways that you can support the stream as we run up into this bull run. So we appreciate each and every one of you. And if you can't do either, guess what? We still appreciate you. We still love you. We're just letting you know how you can do that. All right, let's dive in. I want to start off with kind of a fun one. This was a very interesting, interesting article to read. Crypto City Project reportedly wants to lure tech talent with hot girls. And I was like, okay, I gotta
the Keeper Project.
The Keeper Project, right? So effectively, I'm not gonna read this whole article, but effectively this praxis is what they're calling it, pitched itself as a crypto state in a $15 million funding round last year. It's the brainchild of 27-year-old university dropout Dryden Brown. It plans to open its doors in 2026. Now, they're looking for specific types of people for this city. They're looking for warriors. Warriors are muscular, clean, and protect society from threats. Priests are very thin to find the values and beliefs of society. And then merchants who are, quote, portly, bearded, and comprise venture capitalists and crypto professionals.
What RPG game is this?
Check this out. This is not an RPG game. It says they talked about attracting top tech talent to the futuristic city with hot girls and lavish parties. All right, let me break this down. The guy,
Keeper RPG game.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, it sounds like a great idea. This guy wanted to create his own city. He says he's doing it. He's raised $15 million towards this city that he's creating. And then he's going to basically try to attract talent via hot women. Now, on its face, this works, right? It's how they get people. Yes, it does. It's how they get people into clubs. It's how they get people to pay attention to, dude, sex sells. So the reality is the idea. Hold on. I'm not about to go all in on it. Okay. Chill. The idea works. The idea will attract people to look and see what the heck is going on. However, you cannot create and base a society on what men especially are going to be attracted to that you throw out there on space. You're not going to get men, you're not going to get talent to move to this freaking, quote, crypto city. By the way, they said no taxes. I think you're going to get more people
That's
to
probably
move
their
there.
best plan.
Hold on. That's
That's
exactly what I was
probably their
about to
best
say.
plan.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Have all the hot women you want. You give me 1 million hot women, or and I can live there,
Or free
I get a
taxes.
place with no taxes. I'm picking taxes. Okay, like I don't want to pay taxes. So
You
that
can
was
always
the best
import
part
the
of the
ladies
play.
later.
That's exactly right. With all your extra tax money that you would have otherwise paid, you know, you can do whatever your thing is, right? So all of that just to say, creating a crypto city, good idea or bad idea, Crusader? Let's take out the hot women and all the other stuff. Do you think that we could this dude could actually create a city that is like, boom, crypto centric, crypto city? And you know how the events and things go in the crypto space. I think this is a terrible idea, by the way. I don't think this will.
Oh yeah, I think it's a terrible idea. I think this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard online. This is
the promotions will work. However, it is a bad idea.
This is terrible
Okay,
idea.
tell me why it's a bad idea.
Dude, this just doesn't work. It's not sustainable. First off, it's just not sustainable. It's basically the same idea that freaking what happened in Seattle during the riots of 2020, that they closed off an entire section and they had their own rules and their own laws and whatever. That's how sustainable this idea is.
Yes.
It's all fun and games until it goes and implodes.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. I honestly think I don't know how I feel about crypto cities. I honestly don't really want that kind of attention on crypto, not for because of anything negative, but I don't like spending crypto. People obviously it's money, right? It's a currency, you can use it, but I don't see it that way. I see it more as things that I hold long-term commodities, and if everything becomes you have to spend in Bitcoin, it would kind of piss me off a little bit, unless I'm getting paid a lot in Bitcoin.
Because of how you view Bitcoin.
Yeah, you know, Bitcoin or whatever crypto it is, right? It's just I don't see it. I don't see the purpose of spending what I'm investing. You don't go around walking and buying things with your stocks. Like, hey, I'm just gonna stock city, baby. I'm just gonna buy everything with my Apple stock or my Facebook stock. Like, it doesn't. That's the way I see it. I don't see it as something I want to be spending all the time.
Yeah.
I don't care that fiat exists. I don't care that there's government money that exists. Let that be the trash money that you convert what your assets actually matter to, and then spend that trash and make sure you try to reserve the assets that really matter the most possible for as long as possible.
Yeah,
we got some super chats, bro.
That's what I was about to pull them up right now. So Crypto Gamer, $2 super chat says Crusader agrees XRP is a fund for Ripple to dump on. Yeah.
100%. 100,000%.
Huge supporter of the show, Green Day Profits, $20 super chat. Let's get some slots on that wheel. I appreciate you guys. Green Day Profits.
Let's go, baby.
You, brother. Not only $20 super chat, but also you're first in the chat.
You know what I was thinking?
What?
I just thought of it right now.
Okay.
Right?
I'm bracing myself.
So embrace yourself, guys. It's actually going to benefit the people sending money in for the wheel.
Okay.
If you know the YouTube channel has memberships, which is something we don't touch on a lot here. We don't really lead on it. But I was thinking
we could do multiple.
If you are a member, maybe your super chats count double.
You could do them as multipliers.
Yeah. You double up. You double up.
This is a grand idea. Let's just make the decision on the show right now. We could go with that. If you are a member of the show, your super chats are worth double. So Green Day Profits and Crypto Gamer, since we threw that on you after your super chats came in today,
they'll still count.
We will give you the opportunity. That will still count. That's a great idea. Enrique said that was Chaz in Seattle. It took like 2 weeks for a drug dealer to become a literal warlord in Chaz. It was, dude. That place got absolute insane. And listen, when they open up these lawless states, the people that want lawless states are the first people to pick up the phone and wonder why the hell the police are not there faster when they need something. The people in Chaz literally were having issues left, right, and sideways, and we're trying to call for help. Ladies and gentlemen, you need law and order, whether you like some of the ideas or the ways that things are paid for, or however you want to look at it. The reality is you do need someone or something or an entity or whatever to protect you from effectively ourselves. People, you could say people are all, good at their core, but the reality is
who says that?
They're not. I've heard a lot of people say that they think that people are genuinely that
2023 people maybe, but anyone from that before then,
I've
knows
heard a
that
lot of people say that they believe that people at their core are genuinely good, and I would love to
There's a
believe
little
that.
thing called the Bible that tells you the exact opposite.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
The exact opposite.
The facts are, as I see it, that people are actually inherently evil, quite the opposite direction. We are self-centered, self-seeking, evil individuals that may throw you a bone once in a while if, you know, it supports maybe an agenda that you have, or who knows. I don't buy that.
It is definitely not that.
So Crypto Crank said,
hold on. Crypto Pollo just gifted 5 memberships.
What?
Massive shout out to Crypto Pollo for gifting memberships.
Where do you see that?
In the chat, my friend.
I don't see it. How do I see that?
It's because I'm looking at the YouTube chat.
You're in the YouTube chat. So Crypto Pollo just gifted 5 memberships. Crypto Pollo, you are the man. Thank you very much for supporting the show. As always, we appreciate you. And whoever those 5 memberships are, they appreciate
I'll tell you right now who they are. It is
does it do it?
Crypto Al, Shane Stain, Chris Freeman, and Simple Jack.
All right.
And obviously Crypto Pollo's got it.
And then obviously Crypto Pollo. Yeah. Dude, heck yeah. Congrats. That is a community coming together and doing some things. So we appreciate it, brother. You've been here for a while.
It's the Casper Kings, baby. The
Crypto Gamer said, "What's the membership get you?" Well, Crypto Gamer, we literally just threw this out there, so we're going to have to tweak this a little bit. But on its face, it does give you double your value on your super chats.
Super chats for the wheel.
For the wheel.
Hodl.
Yeah. So if you put in a $10 super chat,
like
you got 20 names on the wheel if you are a member. Which is fantastic, because we want obviously members anyway, and we want to continue to grow this community, guys. Part of the reason that, before we move on to the next article, part of the reason that we are changing things up a decent little bit is because we want to build a really tight-knit community that is doing things like what just happened, right? We want to provide value in the crypto space while having fun and doing something different. And we think that we can check all 3 of those boxes. We think we know we can bring you value. We know we can do something different, and we know we can have fun while doing it. So why would we not put all that together?
I mean, we're creating a lot of different type of content now as things are ramping up here, and we have, we're just exploring different concepts, different ecosystems. So, no reason why we can't drop some membership exclusive content out there for you guys as we build it up. But for right now, the biggest membership benefit is doubling up your Flipper Hodl super chats. Somebody else just became a member. Shout out to them. Caffeinated Crypto
now.
Let's go.
So I'm going to take a peek back. Caffeinated Crypto. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Yep, got it. All right, fantastic. Well, welcome to the crew. We love you guys. We appreciate you, and we will continue to.
What's next?
$3,600. That's what's coming up next. That's what's next. Now let's talk about the CPI, PPI, the data. Let's talk about data.
Okay.
All right. So right here. There we go. And I want to just go. So breaking US PPI data announced. Here's the first reaction of Bitcoin and the dollar. So check this out. Here is Bitcoin. Here is the dollar. Okay. Now, let me explain to you what
CPI... But I thought Bitcoin was rat poison squared.
Yeah, exactly, right? CPI versus PPI. CPI is the consumer price index. CPI is what the average person, the consumer, what you and I, the average price that over the course of whatever that time period is paying for items. It's food. It can be all sorts of different things. That there's basically a bundle of an index bundled of things that are in that. The reason that we don't love CPI data is because it doesn't count. Energy. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's not in there. But on its face, it's what does the consumer pay? The PPI is for the companies. And it's saying, hey, these companies that are producing products, what are they actually getting from people that are otherwise spending money? So I want to show you what the actual data was. I went right past it. So the CPI monthly was flat, expected to be 0.2%. The annual, 2% was what was announced. It was expected to be 2.2%. The PPI, which is the company's, flat, and the annual is 0.9%, expected to be 1%. Now, excuse me, this ended up being a very good thing for Bitcoin. We started to get a turnaround, but I don't think that was actually why. I'm going to pull up the next article. I'm going to dive right into the next one. I think this is actually why we pumped. Highly anticipated Fed interest rate decision announced. Here's the reaction to Bitcoin again. There's our buddy Jerome Powell. The Fed announced its interest rate decision after the FOMC meeting ended today. The Fed left interest rates constant. So they didn't make a change. Okay. So when there's no change, people price that in generally in the crypto markets as a bullish thing, right? It's not going up. When interest rates get cut, people have extra money or availability of capital, and they put it into risk on assets like Bitcoin. When it stays flat, kind of the same deal, right? Nothing changes, so it's good for the markets. And when we raise interest rates, it does the exact opposite. On the flip side, the dollar generally has that inverse relationship with Bitcoin. So generally when we see the dollar drop, we see Bitcoin rise. Crusader, as we get farther and farther into this problem that we've created with the dollar, are we going to continue to see that? Is the dollar going to are we going to have that inverse relationship? Is the dollar going to continue to plummet and Bitcoin's going to continue to rise? Or are we going to find a point at which they figure out some way to fugazi this whole thing and, switch something up on us when they go to the CBDCs or whatever? What do you think?
Well, the dollar has been going nothing but down ever since the Federal Reserve was created. The fact that we just focus on the day-to-day stuff, like we're seeing in that chart, right, where the price of the dollar just dropped. People focus on that just the same way they focus on, inflation rate is down this month. No, it's not. The acceleration of growth in the inflation rate is down, but inflation's still up. Prices are still going up, right? People were talking about that all over the internet just a few days ago when the Biden administration announced it. And it's like, just because inflation rate is down doesn't mean inflation is down. Doesn't mean prices are coming down. Prices are still going up. Inflation is still happening. Same thing happening here with the dollar. Dollar is going down right now or going up. It doesn't actually mean jack squat diggity. I'm trying to find here if I can pull over. Where is the chart that I wanted to show about the dollar since the inception of the Federal Reserve? It's been nothing but crashing down. I mean, I can't find it right now, but whatever. It's been going nothing but down. So at this point, we're practically at zero already. It's lost 99% of its value since the Federal Reserve was created in 1920, in the early 1900s. And ever since then, so now it going up or down, it's dead. It's no longer barely has a heartbeat. You have to really zoom in there to see any kind of action happening. So the dollar
1913, December
1913. There you go. I knew it was in the early 1900s. What was I saying? I was saying about the federal rate hikes. Dude, they're gonna manage this the best they can, but we all know rate cuts are coming. They all know that the bull market is coming. They all know that the election year's coming. They all know things are about to get wild, right? BlackRock is getting heavily involved in crypto. The ETF is looming, right? And talking about ETFs shoots us right over to us as we're talking about Bitcoin, we're talking about all these things. I actually want to share something here from the tweeters. If people aren't following us already on Twitter, they can follow us now. I'll show you guys.
While you're pulling that up, shout out to Green Day Profits. Just want to make sure I confirm.
Oh, I think he just became a member.
Yeah, he did. So he was asking if his 20 slots just became 40. Yes, it did. So if you are a member of the channel, just as a reminder, a bunch of people have just come in. I want to remind you guys, if you're a member of the channel and you give us a super chat to get on the wheel for Flipper Hodl, which the next game is going to be for 3,600. Hopefully going to be doing that Friday. Whatever you pay for a super chat, we're gonna double that up.
Dude, he just gifted 5 more memberships, bro. Dude. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Crypto Pollo putting his crypto
That's
to
what I'm
use.
talking about.
Thank you very much.
Green Day Profits. Green Day Profits donated 5.
Green Day Profits did.
Super things.
Green Day Profits. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you.
Let me share this here. Talking about Bitcoin and inflation rates and ETF approvals and all the fugazis. Look at this new fair ruling that's coming out from the FSB.
Fair value under new rules issued today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically meaning that you know how companies are putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet,
Yeah.
right? Previously, companies could only value their Bitcoin at the lowest price since they bought it,
Mhm.
which meant they would have to record losses,
Mhm.
but not the gains when the price recovered. Now
Mhm.
this has changed, and they can use fair value, meaning that all these
Nice.
companies putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets can report the gains in their reporting, which obviously is going to make their stock look good, right? So that being said, with this ruling now happening, I believe a lot more companies in 2024 and moving on are going to start loading up Bitcoin into their balance sheets because they know, right? They've
Yes.
been looking at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is up like $1.2 billion in profit, which MicroStrategy is now going to be able to use that in their reportings the next time around. And with that being said, all the companies are watching him. They're doing it. They're seeing how he's going to have 1.2 billion in annual hoardings or whatever. Other companies are going to load up on Bitcoin. The ETFs are coming. I am telling you, dude, the super cycle. I've never been more bullish on this super cycle idea than now. This is the moment of the on ramp of the ETFs, all the companies jumping in, all the governments jumping in. This is it. This is the moment. If it doesn't happen now, it's never going to happen.
I want to
What are
see
your
it.
thoughts?
I want to see it. I am rooting for it. You know, my crypto bags are rooting for it. My family's rooting for it. Everything about me says that I want to see it. However, I am riding the bear
Give me
on
the
our
XRP
logo.
negativity. Come on.
I am riding the bear on our logo, I believe. And I believe that super cycle infers that we are effectively going to, I mean, up until now, not that there won't be any pullbacks
Oh, of
whatsoever.
course. There's always going to be pullbacks
There's
along
always
the
going
way.
to be pullbacks. So for anybody thinking, hey, super cycle just means it's up and to the right forever, like, no, that's not what we're saying. My concern is that I am seeing a lot of information that's suggesting that even with all the bullish things happening, that our economy is still in big freaking trouble.
But that's what
And
makes
unless
Bitcoin so much more bullish.
I get it, and I agree with you 100%. But
But
unfortunately, as of right now, our economy has not gone full crypto with it yet.
so what
And
if our economy is not gone full crypto?
initially, it's going to be a bloodbath. That's
Bro.
what I think is going to
But the
transpire.
institutions know this is coming. The institutions understand the economy better than we
Yes,
do.
and they will be
They're
able to
getting
point at that,
they're going to jump into Bitcoin even
and they
harder.
will load their bags even harder. They
Yes,
will,
and they will
right?
sell
So we
Bitcoin even
will,
harder to the people that
we
have tons of money, right? We
we
already have plenty of examples like
yes,
Argentina, which their
yes,
inflation is like 150% or whatever, right? They're all loading up on Bitcoin. People in Turkey are loading up on Bitcoin. All these
yes,
countries that are having problems economically, the people are loading up on crypto, especially Bitcoin, to
yes,
save themselves. So I
yes.
think the blueprints are already there. They already understand this. And I think this is what's going to make the transition even easier for the super cycle. The economy could definitely go through a very hard struggle here between now and
Yes,
2030.
we're going
But
to.
I believe that Bitcoin will surpass that. Bitcoin was just
Yep.
going to blow that off. Like, hey, no big deal. No sweat off my back. Just jump on in here, right? Because we're the best performing asset and just keep blasting off. Right.
Yep.
When the gold ETF was launched, it went into basically a super cycle for like 8 years,
Yeah.
just
So
straight bullish up to the upside. So why can't
Lozano,
Bitcoin have a mini super
yeah,
cycle of 4 years?
I'm with it and I believe it. But I have two comments that I want to hit on. Institutions understood in 2008, but so I agree with that, right? Now
Mhm.
they also took advantage on the back end.
Oh, they
After
made
getting
so
crushed,
much money.
they made more money than Warren Buffett made more money than he ever made in his entire life from
It's a
the
look.
economic crash.
I want to go to that real quick. So the institutions, what happened? The people think the institutions are dumb because, and they might be right. There might be tons of dumb people up in charge. I wouldn't be surprised with that at all. When you see the Big Short movie and all that stuff, you're like, how are you allowing this? Like, this doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. Like, you're looking at it, you're like, yo, these people are, what's wrong with these people? They're dumb, right?
Mhm.
But they understand one thing: bailouts. They understand that if everything goes to kaput, they're going to get bailed out. So, as an easy reference, when we're trading, right, and we're trading with bonus money,
Mhm.
we know that if we lose it all, it's okay because they're going to give us another amount of bonus money. So
It's
you
like
take
the
higher
exchange is
risk.
giving us bonus money
Yeah.
to
So
trade with.
you take higher risk, right, on trades that
Of course.
you might get liquidated. You know you might lose it all,
Of
but if
course.
you hit, you know you're going to hit big, and if you
Yeah.
lose, you didn't really lose any of your own money, and you know you're going to get re-upped and you're going to get bailed out.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
definitely there.
institutions are doing the same thing in 2008 and probably will continue to do the same thing. They know bailouts are always on the option,
Yeah.
so they take stupid risk with your money.
Yes. And so Doc Wan said it's going to be hard for the normies. And this, I want to hit two things on this. I agree with this. The people that have been in crypto, for example, myself, yourself, people that are getting in now, that these people are going to have so like you and I are going to have a lot better, opportunity, have had a lot better opportunity, just like Blood has a lot better
Well, of
opportunity in
course,
Bitcoin because he
we've been
got
in
in
here
a lot
longer.
earlier, right? It's just
Yep,
like, well, stocks, people that got into Tesla super. Okay, cool. That all makes sense. So we're going to be positioned better than people that are getting in later.
that's
But you
just
also
life.
have to realize, on top of what Crusader is saying, is they call it the Federal Reserve. I talked about this in a TikTok video that I did earlier today. That I actually probably should turn into a
Until
YouTube. It's
TikTok.
about 3 minutes long. No, it's about 3 minutes long, and I talk about a lot of government stuff. But the reality is, I was spinning it towards and talking about Bitcoin. The reality is, the Federal Reserve is not a federal institution. For those of you that didn't know, the Fed has shareholders.
It's a private
Guess who the
company.
shareholders are? The freaking banks. The banks
Yep,
are the shareholders. So when the bailouts that Crusader's talking about happens, effectively what would happen is this. Let's say Crusader is the Federal Reserve, but he's also my business partner. And I say, hey, bro, I blew all of our freaking money. And you say, hey, don't worry about it, bro. I will fire up the printing press and I get you back. And
yep,
effectively, me being part owner of our company, of Crypto Warz, right? I'm able to call in and say, hey, I need a little favor, right? And that's effectively what happened back in 2008, which did allow them to make some really, really, really risky moves. Now, they didn't all get bailed out, but the people that did get bailed out are more profitable and bigger dogs in a
yep,
smaller pond exponentially now than they even were before. Like I said, Warren Buffett made more money than he ever did off of that crash. And I think that we're going to see, as the crash, which I think we're going to see another crash happen,
yep.
we're going to see a harder time. There's going to be a bigger wealth gap. We're going to continue to see that. I think
Yes,
crypto can be an opportunity for some of that to not be as exponential as it's been in the past, but so many people are scared because the news puts out basically all of the information that all these banks, these institutions are putting out are to scare people out of crypto. Why? Because they understand the threat that it causes and the fact that it does allow the normal. Think about how many of our friends, Crusader, have stupid FU money that have no business having FU money. Like,
yeah,
let's call it like it is, right?
hmm,
What they did was they were like, or I got lucky on this one and I made X amount of
yep,
millions of dollars on this, right? But it wasn't maybe somebody all the time that like had this grand thing or did this great thing for society or whatever. And I
yeah,
think that the institutions look at people like us and say, wait a minute, you're not part of the club. We're not going to allow you to just jump in here and become
for sure.
wealthy overnight. And I
And
think that
and
it
the,
causes
the
a threat,
opportunity
poses a
the
threat.
the opportunity to become wealthy in crypto is definitely fleeting, right? Like people are not going to become wealthy on Bitcoin right now. People that got in earlier in the earlier 2000s, they definitely became wealthy. The people now jumping in are definitely not going to get wealthy. They can get semi-rich, right? They can make a few $100,000, right? Whatever, if Bitcoin hits $1 million, maybe they make $1 million or whatever. But outside of that, they're not going to get wealthy. Obviously, that's why people jump into the altcoins and different things. Like you were mentioning about a crisis, right? Like a good old friend Churchill said, never let the good crisis go to waste. And I
Yeah.
believe that
Yeah.
the crisis of the US dollar that is coming up, that is inevitable, that cannot be avoided forever, at some point will have to be addressed. And that is the greatest transfer of wealth that's going to happen. The people that get in early, like somebody in the chat just said, where is it? Let me see. Here we are says, Doc Juan said, we are the few on the Titanic that get a rescue, right? We're on the rescue boats. We're seeing the ship sinking early. We jumped on our rescue boats and we're paddling our way out of there, right? Those
Mhm.
are the people that are adopting crypto early. The institutions are coming in now. They also understand that the drop is going to happen eventually, and they have to get ahead of time in there, get their positions, sell the Bitcoin, do all this stuff to keep the boats rising without going down with the ship. And that's what I honestly believe is going to happen. I believe the economy is going to take a downturn, but I
Yep.
believe Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, right? Especially Bitcoin. We don't know how the alts are going to respond. But Bitcoin, let's talk about just the ones that get institutional adoption. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and whatever other altcoin gets institutional adoption are going to be the life rafts for the normies. I understand that a lot of people are worried, oh, the normies don't know anything. They're never going to get in. It's going to be such a hard time. When Bitcoin is up, the normies find out, right? The waiters at your restaurant start talking about it. Everyone starts talking about it. And when the economy is down and the only thing that's pumping is Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever it is, the institutional cryptos at that moment, they're going to be well aware of it. And all their wealth managers or 401ks or whatever it is are going to be telling them, hey, this is the thing to get, and everyone's going to be talking about it, and they're going to be some type of easy avenue to on-ramp all the normies in there, and they will. So I'm not actually that worried about the normies. They're just not going to get the best positions. They're going to get in at a very later position in time, right? It's not going to make them wealthy, but it's going to prevent them from going absolutely broke as the Titanic completely sinks.
It's like starting an IRA at 38 versus starting an IRA at 18, right?
Yeah.
Drastically freaking different.
For
if
sure.
you look at that difference of what you would have with those compounded gains, it's the same idea, except for on a much, much larger scale when it comes to crypto, especially assets that have performed in the manner that a lot of these crypto assets have. So
I've given up on all traditional asset stuff.
What's that?
I've given up on all traditional asset stuff.
I haven't given up. I still hold, I've still got some stuff going on over
You're
there.
From the dinosaur age. You're pretty advanced for your age.
I'm pretty old.
So
that's right. I'm going to be in a nursing home soon. Yep, I know.
It's your generation.
So pray for me. My whole generation is going to be walking with canes and back problems here shortly, if not already.
Look, this is a good comment we should hear. Rob says, any advice or your advice? I got into the space in 21, tippy top. This is my first bull run. What is it going to be like? Well, don't worry. You're here at the right channel. We also, at least for me, I got in at the tippy top of 2017, and I rode all that bad boy all the way through 2018, all the way to 2020. And experienced my first real bull run the last time, this last cycle. So don't worry, we got plenty of first time experience here.
We got plenty of experience in this.
Hands-on experience in the bull run, baby. Buying the top of the bull run and riding down the bear market. Somebody said, fasten your seatbelt. I think that's great advice. It's going to go faster than you can imagine. This year alone, Bitcoin is up over 100% already. Altcoins are exploding.
And we're still talking about it being a bear market.
And we're still talking about bear markets, right? So the bull market is going to go quick. Get your positions, whatever those cryptos are. Stay tuned, stay updated. Every single day, massive news comes out. Even though it seems like a lot of same stuff happening right now, when the bull market is really happening, every second matters. That's why you need to prepare yourself right now in this time. Get your positions, whatever they are, and stay updated on what's happening, and take the profits if you're going to take profits when you need it to, and just stay updated. Because
I think the biggest thing at looking back on that I made the mistake of. Now, mind you, I had a long-term outlook on this, so it didn't ultimately matter a ton, but it could have, is I had no game plan. My only game plan was, hey, I'm going to buy this. And I'm going to hold it. And I'm going to hold it for a long time. Okay. And that's an okay game plan, right? However, if you're able to set up a little more fine-tuned game plan and then have somebody that can hold you accountable to that game plan, you could exponentially do better. For example, just as an example, if you truly know in your soul that we're going to go up as an entire crypto market by, let's just say, 100%. Just 100. See how we are with crypto.
Just
100%. Yeah, it's going to go up 100%. Think about how much more financially lucrative it would have been for me to have seen all of my bags go up that 100%, taken whatever that number of profits was, and then at least in the past, and this is where it gets dangerous, so just be careful here, right? This is why you need to have a game plan for yourself and a bailout plan and everything else, and then waited for the 90% drawback, which we see very regularly, right? And now I have
that might be different this time. We don't know. That might be different this time.
And so that would have been incredibly more like a much better game plan. The problem with that game plan is the problem that Crusader and I talk about all the time. What happens when we're wrong on the drawback? What happens when we take a ton of freaking profits?
That's right.
Which is why I like the idea of taking a set amount of profits, something that you either need for your livelihood, or maybe you want to buy something, you want to bless yourself or your family with something, but it's not your whole bag, right? It's something you still have a lot for that long-term growth. And
Always
in case
hold the bag.
yeah, and in case you were wrong and it does just continue to go exponentially, you're not missing the whole thing, but you were able to enjoy some of it as well. I have a really hard time with pulling profits and enjoying stuff when ultimately the opportunity is there and should be taken. It's just having that game plan. Clay the Great, $10 super chat, says invest in yourself and emulate the greats. Put that pride and ego to the side. Change your socks. Eat Motrin.
Is Clay a member?
I don't know if Clay's a member. Clay, if you are a member, can you check?
Yeah, I'm trying to check. Oh yeah, he is. He is a member.
Clay the Great. That $10
Green
just
Day
turned into 20.
Green Day Profits gifted another 5 memberships, baby. Let's go.
Mac,
Green
we're
Day
gonna have the whole
Profits
stream.
A savage.
We're gonna have the whole stream in here.
That's right. The whole stream is looking green right now because it's the crypto markets and we're pumping, baby.
Heck yeah. Let's get it. All right. So that's kind of our take on what's happening, why prices are rising, what happened with the Fed, what we see in this next run, what we see, as terms of preparing for a bull run. This is what we're preparing for next, which is the next iteration of what's not really
Flipper Hodl, baby. This is how
Flipper
people are
Hodl.
Gonna pack their bags on this channel right here, winning all this money. They're going to be using it to buy whatever cryptos they want.
Rob wants to know, so come up with a percent of profits at set levels and at set levels that you decide before the run. That's what so this question right here, let me touch it. That's what I would have done differently. Yes. And it would have, and the reason that it's specific like that, and I think that's important, is because if you toss just some generalized, when it gets around this percentage, I'll take profits, you won't do it. You won't, because greed, and that's why I think the accountability partner is so important too. Because hey, we talked about taking profits at this. It's time to take profits. We've done that with meme coins, Crusader and I have. We're doing that on this next actual run. 100%. It's important that you have somebody to remind you. Hey, bro,
I would never sell all my Bitcoin for that same reason. That fear that the drop is not going to be as large as you think it is, and then you cannot get back in at a cheaper price point. That makes sense, right?
Clay gave another nice little piece here. He said some advice: don't close your longs, take profits along the way, add to your position during the dips and corrections, pay attention to those high time frames, always take half profits USDC and the other half if the coin continues to go higher, at least you get benefits of the assets going up in value, where the stable coins stay at 1.
And he's been doing great on AVAX.
Yeah. And
he's been doing great on really AVAX. Well. I'm assuming that's what he's been doing. And talking about AVAX,
and Enrique
AVAX has smashed the VChain vigilantes, the AVAX Avengers, baby. 79% of people on the poll have voted for AVAX over VChain.
Well, hold on a second. That wasn't what the poll was for.
Well, that's what I'd put.
The poll. Wah, wah, wah.
I said the poll, AVAX versus VChain. Who's better? People said
the poll was not that at all.
What was the poll's original idea?
The poll was supposed to be to give you a title for the Caspa community.
Oh,
you were all even on a different asset, bro? You were in a different.
Somebody said Captain Caspa, but if you guys have a better idea of that, drop it in the chat. Drop a name for the leader of the Caspa. The Caspa Kings.
I am the VChain Vice Lord. I have been told that so I need to do it like this. I need to keep my thumbs down because like this makes it look like a W, right? So I need to keep my thumbs down. So I mean, whoop, VChain. That's right. That's my VChain Vice Lord, baby.
Oh,
okay. Want to touch one thing right quick?
Let's get some numbers in the chat as well. 1 through 48. What are we keeping? We're gonna play a quick round of.
Patriot Caveman said, "Damn, I'm late, fellas." Well, Patriot Caveman, just so you know, if you are a member, a paid member of the stream, all of your super chats going towards Flipper Hodl are double. So if you put $10 in, your name's going to be on there 20. Just letting you guys know, there's been people gifting memberships within the community. We appreciate all you guys. All right, what you just want to blast through a couple of them?
Somebody said 2, so 2 is going to be our first case. Crypto Poil.
We only have about 5 minutes. I'm just letting you know, and 17. I want to hit these. I want to hit these.
What you gotta do in 5 minutes, bro? You ain't got nothing to do.
I gotta take Ray. You know who to the airport.
Yeah. Bunch of Fugazi. 21. Come on. 21.
Bunch of Fugazi. Got to take my daughter to the airport.
350, baby. 350.
Leave her. Just let her walk.
Send her in an Uber.
She's 2.5. She could figure out her way.
Send her in an Uber. 29. 585, baby.
In an Uber.
22.
Oh my God.
115. What else we got? 21 we already got. 22 we already got. 29 we already got. Any other numbers out there?
Then just pick one.
17 we already got. All right, I'm going to take 36. Where's 36 at? 275, baby. Let's go. First offer, $397. Let's go. We're going to flip this bad boy. Keep it going. Clay the Great says 13. Come on, Clay the Great. $200, baby. Let's go. Next is, what's up? 49. No, there's no 49. It's only 48, so I'll take 48. Oh, man. Whew.
Was it the banger?
That was the banger. $3,600, baby.
All right, blast through them because we need to talk about Donald. We need to talk about Donald Trump.
850. Oh, Donald Trump and his NFTs. That's right.
We need to talk about Donald Trump
NFTs.
So
25, 31. Let's go. $359.
Yeah, it's because we've been taking the big numbers off the. Taking the big numbers off the right-hand side. Dude, but still, these offers are still up at like $400 for the
good. Number one, somebody Crypto says number one, 700. Number 10 already took 10. Take 46. So let's go.
$408. We are moving on. Up.
Already took that. I'm gonna take 15. I'm gonna take 37, 26, 19. Oof, lost the.
Yeah, that was
2,000.
Still got 1,500 left.
28, 35, 42. Somebody said 42. Already took 42.
If somebody jumped in right now, they'd probably be like, "What the hell are these guys doing?"
Flip or hodl, baby. This is why you win money. You come on the show, you send in a super chat, you get your name on a wheel. We spin the wheel, you get chosen. You come on here, and whatever money you take home, you take it. Numero cuatro. 412. We're back up over the $412, baby. You can take $412 and walk away right now. If
we need to get rid of the rest of that left side, baby.
Come on.
And then I want to talk about Donald Trump before I go to the airport.
35.
Oof.
Still 429. Highest offer so far.
Yeah, it's because there's not a ton left.
Oh yeah. Lost 1,200.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's definitely
375. Nah, it wasn't a big hit.
I know, but it's still.
We got rid of that 25, baby. Let's go.
It still hurts. It still hurts.
Still hurts. Let me see what we got here. 17.
Come on, you got to pick them.
47. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's trouble. This is why you take 85. The bank offers.
75 is gone, baby.
Oh,
the least
either
is
600 or 1,000.
I mean, 450 is the smallest.
450
on there.
Yeah. So you don't take the bank offer. I would not take 456. You flip. You pick another one. Pick 41.
That's the last one. What are we picking? 41.
41. Yeah.
So that's 41. Come on, let this be the $600. Or let this be the 450, baby. 450. Come on, 450.
Come on, 450.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, are we keeping it or changing the chat?
Possibly take $600.
Well, we're gonna go with the first one, guys. Gano said keep. Guys, Gano said keep it.
All right, here we go.
$1,000,
baby.
$1,000.
$1,000. Oh man, but it's still $600, baby. $600 right there. Let's go.
So that's Flipper Hodl, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we ask questions in between that give multipliers and whatnot. Obviously, we didn't do that there. But if you guys want to check that out, if you're a member, you get double the number of names on the wheel. Every dollar super chat gets doubled your name on the wheel. All right, cool. So last but not least, Donald Trump pitches Mugshot Edition NFTs to his supporters for $99 each. His new Mugshot Edition NFTs tied digital collectibles to physical memorabilia from his arrest, including the suit he wore in custody. It says, for the first time, we're creating a real physical Trump card. Purchase 47 digital cards and we'll mail you a beautiful trading card. It's an actual... What is this thing doing?
Hit the no thanks.
My God. These freaking things. It's an actual authentic piece of the suit I wore when I took the now famous mugshot. It was a great suit. Believe me, a really good suit. It's all cut up and you're going to get a piece of it. I'll be autographing some of them, a true collector's item. Now they also, let's see here, they receive a number of small gifts and perks from the former president, including dinner at the Mar-a-Lago and pieces of cloth from that suit. So good, bad, indifferent. Somebody, Clay the Great, said, where is it? He said, right right here. Clay said, bro, I'm highly considering buying 47 of the NFTs. You know how much that fabric will be worth in the next 1 to 5 years? If he didn't cut it up and you got the whole suit, I would agree with you. You're muted.
I'm muted. There's no way he's gonna get the whole suit, dude. I mean, he's
just the whole thing,
he's breaking it up, right? Every 47,
47. Do you think it's worth $4,700 to have dinner with a bunch of other people?
It's not like the only president to take a mugshot. It's in the
like,
history of America.
No, I get it. I think the NFTs are going to do great. I think they're going to sell out instantly. All of the things. But do you want to spend $4,700 to go to dinner that they're not going to pay for you to get there?
Yeah,
and basically be eating probably with a number of people.
I don't want to because I don't got the money. But if I did have the money, I would, because it is a historical collector items, right? The only president that's ever been taking a mugshot in any type of recent history ever. Maybe we'll have some in the future, but they will never be the first, right? And that being said, dude, this is his third collection drop. It's obviously going very well. People are buying up a lot of NFTs. And the reason why I'm super bullish on these Trump NFTs is he is going to come out pro Bitcoin in his election.
Yeah.
He has
Crypto Steve-O, $10 super chat. Don't mean to cut you off, but $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Let me know if Steve is a member.
I believe so, but I'll check right now with Crypto Steve-O.
Just take a quick peek for me. Thank you very much for the super chat. Crypto Steve-O. We're gonna add.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Oh, he is. Oh yes, boy, Crypto Steve-O
making keeper type, baby, making keeper type. He said, "You guys are the best. What blockchain are these Donald Trump NFTs on? They're on the Polygon network.
They're on Polygon.
They're huge. They're the best NFTs ever. What blockchain? Yeah, that's a Polygon. I think it's super bullish. This is his third collection drop. I think he's obviously fundraising money. He's collecting a bunch of Ethereum, right, on this as well. Ethereum-matic NFT, whatever.
Yep, for sure.
That being said, I think he's going to come out pro Bitcoin this next election, even though he was very negative about it before when he was president. I think things have changed now with these NFTs. Ethereum is on the talks of an ETF, and if obviously he's making NFTs, he's going to have to be pro Ethereum. If he's pro Ethereum, he's going to have to be pro Bitcoin. It's only a matter of time. I mean, there's no way he can be for the people and continuously push the dollar as being the best possible thing that everybody needs to hold when the dollar is screwing everybody. So
especially being in NFTs at this point, he gets into NFTs. It is in and of itself a promotion for the crypto.
He holds a ton. He's got like over a few thousand ETH, I think.
Yeah, I think he does too. So, well, crypto fam, we love you guys. Thank you. Hey, for all the people that are now members, welcome.
Let's go, baby.
Second of all, for those of you that gifted those memberships, that is just a huge blessing to everybody that got gifted the memberships. We appreciate all the support. You guys have no idea what it means to us to continue to grow with you. This community, you guys are freaking fantastic. We love you guys. And we know this
all of you guys that are green are going to be making that green, dude, baby.
We're going to grow so fast, but you know who we're going to remember is these 55 people that we see in the chat every single day for the first couple years. These are going to be the people that we're going to, you know what I'm saying? You know how like Ben's chat, like before he made his, did his thing, how his chat would just absolutely go insane, but you would hear some names that will get thrown around quite a bit. Well, those are like the OGs. So
we're going to be looking for mods. We also need more mods too, especially we have Trading Wars coming up back next month. And we have flipping hot on and stuff, and the show continues to grow and the chat gets crazier. We need mods. Obviously, we're going to be selecting out of the people that are members here in our show. They're obviously the supporters here. We're definitely going to be looking for some mods. So if anyone is interested, let us know. Jump into the Discord if you haven't already, right, to get sure that we can contact you, make you a mod on the channel, and keep on growing the community together, guys. The community is talking about trades. The community is talking about NFTs, everything that's happening. Obviously, stay in touch with us. Let us know. Jump into the Discord. And let's keep it rocking and rolling.
For sure. Well, Crypto Fam, you could have been anywhere on a Wednesday, but you're hanging out with us here. We love you guys. We appreciate each and every one of you. So until next time, question everything.
Trust nothing.
I already just said until next time, so I need to take that out. Let's try this again.
Like
Crypto Fam, we love you. Question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl.
Like it's hot.
We will see you soon.